He wasn't born into fame, yet there was always something unmistakable about him. A quiet intensity, a commanding presence, and a natural gravity that pulled attention without effort. Cagatay Ulusoy didn't simply step into Turkish entertainment. He reshaped his image again and again, evolving from a young model into one of the most formidable actors of his generation. You're watching Celebrity Fandom. If you're into deep dives on star journeys, lifestyles, and the real stories behind the spotlight, hit subscribe now and stay tuned for more. Cagatay Ulusoy was born on September 23, 1990, in Istanbul, Turkey. Before cameras, scripts, and global premieres, his path began in the world of modeling. In 2010, he won Best Model of Turkey, a title that opened doors but also placed expectations squarely on his shoulders. Instead of remaining confined to fashion, he made a decisive pivot toward acting, committing himself to formal training and long-term growth. His acting breakthrough came in 2011 with Adini Farah Koydum, where his portrayal of Amir Sarafoglu turned him into a household name across Turkey and the Middle East. The role brought massive popularity, but it also tested him early. Fame arrived fast, and so did scrutiny. Rather than staying in a safe lane, Cagatay chose reinvention. That transformation became unmistakable with Iserd, where he delivered a powerful performance as Sarp Yılmaz. The crime drama showcased a darker, more complex side of his acting, earning critical acclaim and cementing his credibility beyond romantic leads. It marked a turning point, proving he could carry psychological depth, physical intensity, and emotional restraint all at once. His career then expanded onto the global stage with Netflix's The Protector, making him one of Turkey's first actors to headline an international streaming original. Playing Hakan Demir introduced him to a worldwide audience and positioned him as a symbol of Turkey's growing presence in global entertainment. Rather than chasing constant visibility, Cagatay became known for selective choices. Projects like Yeşilçam paid homage to classic Turkish cinema, while Kubra pushed him into philosophical and psychologically layered territory. In Kubra, he portrayed Gökhan, a character grappling with belief, power, and identity in the digital age, a role that resonated strongly with modern audiences and reinforced his reputation for choosing substance over repetition. Off-screen, Cagatay Ulusoy maintains a notably private and disciplined lifestyle. He avoids excessive media exposure, speaks rarely about his personal life, and lets his work define his public image. This restraint has only amplified his mystique, setting him apart in an industry driven by constant visibility. In fashion and branding, his influence remains strong yet controlled. He collaborates with high-profile brands while staying selective, aligning endorsements with his image rather than overextending his presence. His lifestyle reflects focus, structure, and long-term vision rather than fleeting trends. As of 2026, Cagatay Ulusoy's influence extends well beyond Turkish television. With strong international recognition, sustained streaming success, and a career built on deliberate evolution, his estimated net worth reflects years of consistent work across acting, global projects, and premium brand partnerships. What truly defines him is restraint paired with ambition. From model to actor, from television idol to globally recognized performer, Cagatay has never rushed his growth. He chooses depth over noise, longevity over comfort, and transformation over familiarity. As of 2026, Cagatay Ulusoy stands not just as a leading man, but as a symbol of controlled power, artistic discipline, and quiet dominance in modern entertainment. That wraps up today's feature. If you enjoyed this content, like the video and subscribe to Celebrity Fandom for more in-depth celebrity stories. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one. She wasn't born into fame, yet there was always a quiet intensity about her, a mix of sensitivity, strength, and screen presence that naturally draws attention. Ilayda Alisan didn't rush into the spotlight. She stepped into it with purpose, gradually shaping one of the most promising acting journeys of her generation in Turkish television. You're watching Celebrity Fandom. If you're into deep dives on star journeys, lifestyles, and the real stories behind the spotlight, hit subscribe now and stay tuned for more. Ilayda Alisan was born on February 26, 1996, in Istanbul, Turkey. From an early age, she showed a strong curiosity for storytelling and performance. Unlike overnight sensations, her path was built through steady effort, auditions, and smaller roles that taught her patience and emotional control long before major recognition arrived. Her acting career began with minor appearances in television projects, but her first noticeable breakthrough came with roles in series like Cagatay and Ulusoy, where she proved she could hold her ground alongside experienced casts. These performances revealed her ability to convey vulnerability and inner conflict with subtlety, a quality that quickly set her apart. The defining turning point in her career arrived with Masumiyet, where her portrayal of Ella Yüksel left a deep impact on audiences. The role demanded emotional intensity, psychological depth, and resilience, and Ilayda delivered with a maturity far beyond her years. The performance earned critical praise and firmly established her as a serious dramatic actress. Rather than staying confined to one tone, Ilayda continued expanding her range. She reached wider audiences with Seversin, embracing romantic comedy while maintaining emotional realism. Later, her role in Ateş Kuşları showcased a darker, more grounded performance, reflecting her willingness to take on socially driven and emotionally demanding narratives. Ilayda's career choices reveal a clear strategy. She prioritizes character depth over trend chasing, selecting scripts that challenge her emotionally instead of repeating safe formulas. This balance between mainstream visibility and meaningful storytelling has allowed her career to evolve steadily rather than burn quickly. Off-screen, her public image remains composed and authentic. She avoids excessive exposure, choosing to let her work speak louder than headlines. Her presence at brand campaigns and fashion events reflects elegance rather than extravagance, aligning with her calm and focused personality. Her lifestyle mirrors this discipline. Ilayda values balance, personal growth, and mental clarity. She maintains a low profile, invests time in self-development, and approaches her career with long-term vision rather than short-lived attention. With a growing international audience through digital platforms and streaming services, her influence continues to expand beyond Turkish television. Her estimated net worth reflects consistent work in television, advertising collaborations, and brand partnerships, built gradually through credibility and trust. What truly distinguishes Ilayda Alisan is her emotional intelligence on screen. She brings restraint, realism, and depth to her characters, allowing audiences to connect without exaggeration. This grounded approach has become her signature and a key reason for her rising respect within the industry. As of 2026, Ilayda Alisan stands as one of the most compelling actresses of her generation, not defined by hype, but by growth, discipline, and artistic intention. Her journey reflects patience over speed and substance over spectacle. That wraps up today's feature. If you enjoyed this content, like the video and subscribe to Celebrity Fandom for more in-depth celebrity stories. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.